This 18-year-old kid from North Philly learned how to produce off instruments that his mom bought him, learned the rest on Discord, and then dropped one of the hardest albums in the underground this year. We're talking about SLAYR. Born in 2007, this kid is still literally a teenager and already sitting on 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. His mixtape Half-Blood was already crazy, but then he dropped the deluxe, BLOODLUXE, and that thing hit top 10 on Apple Music hip-hop charts, was pulling in over 6 million streams a week, and then he sells out his first headline show in LA at the Echoplex. And then on top of that, bro's producing his own beats, mixing his own vocals, and engineering for himself. He's blending rage, trap, hyperpop, rock, and EDM all in like one genre. Bro said his inspiration comes from Lil Uzi Vert, Final Fantasy soundtracks, and Crush 40 from Sonic the Hedgehog. And the crazy part is people online were hating on this kid for his image, calling him a GameStop worker and all that, and he literally just said, "Am I silencing myself to look cool for kids online?" and kept cooking. So in this video, I'm breaking down how to sound like SLAYR. We're covering 2 tracks off BLOODLUXE, Toxic and Brain Fog, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you could achieve these vocals from scratch in FL Studio. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's dive straight into this video. I'm going to be showing you guys 2 projects. We're going to be doing Toxic by SLAYR and then also Brain Fog by SLAYR. So these are my favorite tracks by SLAYR, and they're also kind of the most popular right now. But these songs kind of show you SLAYR's versatility and also just how creative he actually is when it comes to different songs and different ideas. I think Toxic is more of an aggressive vocal, but I do think he uses the same chain on Brain Fog as well, just with some extra effects, which we're going to go over that, and I'm going to show you guys the sauce, I'm telling you. But let's actually dive into FL Studio right here. So this is the Toxic project I did, and I'm just going to play this for you guys so you can get an idea for what it actually sounds like and what we're aiming for this in today's video.
Just made a killing. Just made a killing. Just made a killing. Just made a killing. Yeah, I put this shit through the ringer. Yeah, how did you turn to a singer? That hoe tryna take my lingo. If I told you more than 4 times, bingo. I got that shit on her nose. Model, she had yellow pose. I think I'm getting too old, or am I just getting too broke?
Yeah, I think that turned out pretty damn accurate, and this chain is actually a lot different than my other vocal chain, so let's just go right into that. So here's the main chain. You get an ad-lib track and an ad-lib 2, and then I believe you get all of these vocal buses too. This is only waves for right now. I may make a stock version later, but honestly, stock plugins in FL Studio suck. Just grab Waves, dude. I got a link in the description where you can get it for 20 bucks a month. You get every single Waves plugin. It's actually crazy. But so this chain starts out pretty normal. We got auto-tune in the key of C minor, but this is one thing you need to pay attention to with SLAYR's songs. So if you guys can't get the key right, it's because everyone in the underground right now is doing this detuning to their beats where they either pitch it up by 20 or 50 cents or pitch it down by 50 cents. So if you look in this auto-tune, there's this detune right here. And if you click the settings button and you go to preferences here, you could change the pitch reference or detune display to cents from hertz. And then you could just pitch it up 50 cents. And if you can't figure out if a song is detuned or not, what you can do is add auto key to your master track. And it'll tell you this A equals, that's basically what the song's tuned at. And it says A51. So usually songs are tuned to 400, I believe, 400 hertz. So if it's up 50 hertz right here, that means you have to detune your auto-tune up by 50 cents. So if I bring this back down to 0 cents and play this, you're going to hear the difference right away.
Yeah, I put this shit through the ringer. Yeah, how did you turn to a singer? That hoe tryna take my lingo.
It just sounds a little bit off. So let's bring that back up to 50 cents here. And I got the retune speed all the way up, humanize all the way up. We're using NS1 kind of just to remove the background sound. It's a great kind of noise gate type of plugin. For a fab filter here, we got a cut at 129 hertz. And I'm also just doing a little bell curve right here to flatten out some of that mud. I pulled out this frequency at 532 hertz just because it sounded a little too harsh. And then we're boosting like these lower mid-range frequencies right here just because the way SLAYR's vocal sounds on this, it's very like mid-heavy and there's not a lot of high-end, but I do have a high-end shelf just sitting right here at the end just to bring in a little bit of air. Now for our CLA76, we have it in the Blackie mode, which basically just gives it a darker sound. I have a 12:1 ratio, so we're getting a bunch of compression. Input and output really doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to these settings because you're going to have to adjust these, so you're getting about -7 decibels of gain reduction. Because if you don't mess with these settings and your mic comes in too hot, you're going to be getting like -20 decibels of gain reduction. And if your input's a little too low, then you're not going to be getting any compression at all. For the attack and release, we got a very fast attack. And the CLA76 is known for its super fast attack anyways, so the attack it looks like it's kind of moderately slow. This would be all the way slow, and this is all the way fast. It's kind of opposite than other compressors, but I just set it sitting here at the mid, so we're not really attacking those transients too much, but that compressor's release time is coming up really quick, so it sounds like a pretty aggressive vocal. It sits well in the mix. So next up, we got the SSLE channel. We're boosting some of the highs here, a little bit of the high mids, then we're pulling out some of those low mids and a little bit of the low end. So the cool thing about the SSLE channel is it's modeled off of an actual hardware equalizer. So this does give the vocal kind of like this bright tone to it. It sounds super good in my opinion. I love using it. Next up, we got the CLA2A, and this is just going to help even that vocal out at the end if we really need it. I usually only tend to get about -2 to -3 decibels of gain reduction with this. If you are using this preset, which there is a link down in the description to grab this, make sure you're adjusting the peak reduction right here because you want to get about -2 to -3. If you're getting too much, the vocal's just going to sound like it's too squished and it's not going to sound good at all. After that, we're de-essing, so I have the frequency set really low here, so it's honestly not doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know why I didn't change this, but it sounded good. So if you download this preset, you might want to adjust this. Usually bring it up to about like 7 to 8K, but we had it at 6K, so that's where we're leaving it. Also, you're going to adjust the threshold, so you're actually like basically what you want to do for your de-esser to set it is just go into the mic until you're getting some reduction on that harshness. Now, this is a plugin I've been using a lot in my vocal presets recently. It's called Vitamin. It's a multi-band saturator, and dude, it sounds so good. I'm telling you, this has brought some of the most insane vocals to life. But basically what I'm doing with the saturation plugin is saturating some of the mids, high mids, and some of the high end. I'm telling you, this sounds so good. Let me give you an example. So I'm going to solo out the vocals here. I'm going to play it without it.
Just made it killin'. Just made it killin'.
And then with it on.
Just made it killin'. Just made it killin'.
I mean, if you can't notice that right off the bat, it gives the vocal so much body and just this nice little bite to it. Oh my God, it sounds delicious. All right, next up, we have OTT, because I really couldn't figure out how to get this vocal to sound like exactly how SLAYR had it. And I noticed it sounded super aggressive and like squished, and that's just something you could do with OTT. By the way, this is a free plugin. So just copy these settings right here. We're doing some upward and downward compression. It looks like a lot, but if you notice here, the mix on the actual FL Studio mixer right here is at 44%. The last thing we got is a micro shift. I just have this on there sitting here. It's at 0% mix level. And then we're pulling out some low end and boosting some of the high end in the equalizer that's in line. Now for the ad lib track, none of these settings actually change, but the OTT is all the way up for some reason. So I guess we wanted to make that a little aggressive. I pulled out a little bit of more low end in that equalizer right here. And then we have the micro shift all the way up, like literally all the way up. Also on the main vocal, forgot to mention, we are sending this to the reverb bus, but I only have it at 12%. Let's go back to the ad lib here. You can see our reverb bus is sent to 60% and our delay bus is sent at 53%. Let's take a look at the reverb bus. So we have a Valhalla Vintage Verb at a 2.46 second decay. Mix all the way up, and I brought the low cut up a bit, and then we're in Chaotic Hall, and the color is now. All right, so for some reason, the imager, I just got a 4K display, and this imager just like won't load correctly, but I have an imager on the reverb just making that a bit wider. And then also on the delay here, oops, that's the second reverb. On the delay here, we are in a 1/4 delay. The feedback set here, and then these are all off, and then we just have the ozone imager on there again. Now the second ad lib track is just if you want to do some more ad libs, but let me go over to the ad libs so you can get an idea for what those actually sound like. So these are down here. Just gonna solo these out for you. So yeah, it's just another vocal track that sits back in the background, so you can do a lot of fun stuff with those. Sounds really good in my opinion. Now, you guys have been asking for my mastering sauce for a minute now. It's not really anything too complex. All I use is a soft clipper and then this plugin right here called TG Mastering Chain Live by Abbey Road Studios. It's a wave plugin. Basically, what I'm doing is setting this tape equalizer from flat to 7.5. This basically gives the entire song so much body, and it really pushes that low end up. So as you can see, I'm using this inline equalizer to pull out some of that low end, and then we're just using the stereo spreader to really add some depth to that song. I'm telling you guys, invest in some Waves plugins. If you don't got 20 bucks a month, then you're broke. All right, I got the preset on, so let's just listen from the top, and then we'll do a little freestyle at the end here. We haven't done that in a minute, huh?
Just made it killin'. Just made it killin'. I just made a motherfucker. Just made it killin'. Just made it killin'. Yeah, I put this shit through the ringer. Yeah, how did you turn to a singer? That hoe tryna take my lingo. If I told you more than 4 times, bingo. I got that shit on her nose. Model, she hit that little pose. I think I'm getting too old, or am I just getting too broke? Yeah. Am I just getting too broke? Or pull up in all of these goals. This bitch on my dick, she a hoe. She ride on that shit like a boat. Yeah. Float on that bitch like a bumblebee. Sold on that bitch like a motherfucking I wanna get up on it. I right now, yeah. I just pulled up in that Land truck, yeah. I just pulled up in that Land truck, yeah. Cut the doors off for the bitch like, whoa. She don't wanna suck my dick, oh yeah. I got that motherfucking bitch on that guy, yeah. I gotta get it again just to fuck on these bitches. These women so lit and I love. I love the way she talk, and I love the way she walk, but I hate the way she is. So let's get back to where I be chillin' at the top.
Okay, so let's move on to the next track, which is going to be Brain Fog. So I'm not going to go over the preset again, but I'm going to show you guys a pretty complex tutorial on how to actually get that like vocoder effect. First things first, let's just take a listen to what this actually sounds like.
There's no way that I feel this way, and I still ain't giving answer. No, you're losing your patience now. Hold me, I'm kind of afraid. I'm trying to give an answer, but there's fog in the way, and I'm so sorry. Would you still call me your babe? Time and time again I kinda played in your face, and I'm so sorry. Can you even look my way? Time and time again I kinda played in your face, and I'm so sorry.
Okay, so like I said, this is a bit complex, but let's get into this. So I'm using the same exact preset. I literally made no changes, but we're sending this over to a harmony bus, and on this harmony bus is the harmony engine by Antares, so auto-tune plugin. The only thing I really did here is I brought the pitch variation down. I didn't change any of the settings, but you have to do this. So set your this channel right here, the harmony source, to MIDI Omni. And what you're going to do is pull up this plugin called MIDI Out. It's built into FL Studio, and just change the port to 1. And then copy this chord progression down. This is what it is in the song, or at least pretty close. I try to remake it as good as possible. Yeah, just copy that down. And basically what this is going to do is going to make your voice like follow these chords. So let's go back to the harmony engine. What you have to do in here is click the settings icon right here and put the input port to 1. So this is going to send those chords into the harmony engine. And then our main vocal is being bust out via this little line right here. So our main vocal gets sent into the harmony engine, and the harmony engine is using those chords as input to change your vocal to match those chords. So let me just show you how this sounds like if we mute all the vocals and then just do it kind of live. You can't really do this live because there's so much latency, but I'll kind of give you guys an example. I think the best method here is when I did it, I just kind of muted the harmony engine. So I just turn it off, then record on the main vocal track, and then turn the harmony engine back on later. So it's a bit hard of a recording process, but that's the way you got to do it.
All right, like I said, there's so much latency, I could barely even talk. But here's kind of what it sounds like.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's how I did that. Like I said, the main vocal is pretty simple here. It's literally the same exact thing. I did change the micro shift to a Fruity Flangus. And we're sending a tiny, tiny amount to the reverb bus right here, just 4%. Oh, and then also the ad-lib track, it's the same exact thing, but I panned it to the left. And we're pulling out a lot of the high end. And then we have a delay at 62% and reverb at 35%. But that's pretty much it for that track. So let me just play this for you guys one more time so you can hear how it sounds.
There's no way that I feel this way, and I still ain't giving answer. No, you're losing your patience now. Hold me, I'm kind of afraid. I'm trying to give an answer, but there's fog in the way, and I'm so sorry. Would you still call me your babe? Time and time again I kinda played in your face, and I'm so sorry. Can you even look my way? Time and time again I kinda played in your face, and I'm so sorry.
Alright guys, so yeah, that's the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Honestly, SLAYR has been someone in the underground niche right now that is just going insane. You haven't seen a guy like this doing something. I know he's pretty young. I don't know his exact age, but damn, is he popping. It's a nice breath of fresh air seeing someone this young doing something this creative. Like I said, if you guys want this preset, it's down linked in the description below, so you can grab it if you want to try it out for yourself. And honestly, I might be back to doing some artist videos for you guys, so let me know if you guys really want that. Leave a comment, let me know who you want to see next, but that's all I got for you guys in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video next week. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit the like button, leave a comment.